What's up, Project Purpose? Hey, Grammy, I see you. It's for everybody who trying to find a path in their life. And either way, yeah. Choosing my path, don't get in my way. Give me a chance, I'm making a way.
Okay, this is Mr. J. I'm the facilitators for Pathways. This is Barbershop Talk with Project Purpose and the House of Music Education. Lining up for you guys today. We got some interesting topics. This is my co-host right here. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, starting to my right.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Darius K. Grammy Archie, Ambassador for Pathways, Cohort 19, DC Entertainer.
I enjoy Fat Op here, Ambassador for Cohort 19, and I'm a music artist.
What's up, y'all? I'm Gillis, man. Outreach worker at the Pathways program, community activist as well. Hi, Amir. How you doing, Amir? Thanks for joining us on the podcast today. Tell me a little bit about, the Pathways program and what you plan to get from the program and where you plan to go once you complete the program.
When I joined the program, I had a lot of things that I wanted to do, a lot of avenues I wanted to go through, and I wasn't sure that the program would be able to assist me with all the things I wanted to do. And much to my surprise, when I joined, I was able to meet a lot of new people that were actually in that space and could really assist me in progressing through that. And programs that it offered, like getting my coding certification at the end of my IT workforce program, that's going to assist me in doing the things I want to do. Like this good man right here, Hulk, he has his own clothing brand. He got his own business, he got set up. He got a spot where he's selling stuff at in a storefront. He gave me a lot of information I didn't know. He put me on to a lot of stuff I didn't know about getting good fabric, people to talk to, be just hustling, being able to get your name and stuff out there. Mr. Jimmy, he not here right now, he upstairs, but he assists me about the process, about getting your pictures and art put onto fabric, shirts, hoodies, things of that nature. I got my heating press. Now I'm just learning the process of converting images to a vector or whatever type of file you need to press it properly. So being here taught me a lot of things. I made my first beat last week. Shoot, the good man right here, Jordan, got me being a rapper for my first time. I was a rapper for a day. I retired that same day, but he got me being a rapper for a day. And one day is more than I've been a rapper my whole life. So, it's a lot of stuff that I'm getting introduced to and I wouldn't have been able to until I joined the program. So it's a thank you to all the people that helped run it and, the people that put it into action. So
what's your next step once you graduate from the program?
Shoot, my next step after I graduate is going to be that IT training program. I talked with the person that run the class, and there ain't no easy class like this. We learned a lot, but it's something like a class setting, but you're not being force-fed information that you got to learn, track down, take notes on. But from what I've heard, the next stage for me is going to be something like that. So I'm going to have to get used to like a class setting, taking notes, remembering the stuff I'm being told and taught, because I gotta make sure I pass that test so that I can actually go forward. Because if I don't pass the test, I did all this work for nothing for real. So,
What's something that you guys feel like the program could expand on or do better in aiding and assisting the guys?
So we had a question from the audience. This question is for Hulk. What do you feel that the program can do better, and how could it assist and aid you moving forward and your future endeavors?
I feel like the program is cool, right? But I just feel like they just need more resources. I mean, that's the only thing. Everything else is cool. The ambassadors and staff here, everybody. It's pretty cool. Like, there's some good people in here you can learn from, you know what I'm saying? People that's willing to help you out. And I just feel like the resources, as long as they come up with more trainings and stuff like that, like carpentry, we got a lot of people, like, even dealing with this podcast stuff, we got a lot of dudes who like to work with cameras and stuff, so we need stuff like videography, all that type of stuff.
So this question for Jordan. Jordan, what do you want, or who do you want to be remembered as? And what is your legacy? What you want to leave behind?
I want to be the one that made it. The one that made it. Me and Mr. J was having this conversation about, you know, who can a lot of us say that been in this lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, or done what they have done, just anything, been through what they've been through, and really made it out of it without any bumps, bruises, records, anything. You know what I'm saying? It's me. And that's only because I really ain't by myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I want to be remembered. It's somebody who made it. The youngin' who ain't nobody think is gonna make it past 16. Nobody thought that was gonna get his GED. Nobody thought I was gonna be a lot of things. But I became something. I want to be remembered on a level like Marcus Garvey or something. You get what I'm saying? Because I also want to make a change in this world. But I want to make a change in this world by being the realest of the and not just not awesome. But yeah, because it's just awesome. Be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? Whether you don't want to hear what I got to say or not. You know what I'm saying? When I do my music and all this money I'm getting, I'm going to really have some money because I'm really going to do back for the community. I talk about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be remembered as somebody who was like the Nino, that's Nino. I keep thinking about Nino. I ain't got Nino Payne. I can't remember what Nino Brown is, you know? But nah, for real though, you know what I'm saying? The Nino Brown without all that, you know, without all the other stuff. I'm talking about was bringing the turkeys to the hood and school drives. I'm trying to really be the one that get the kids.
You trying to be a Tony Lewis Jr.
Yeah, Tony Lewis Jr. Time. You know what I'm saying? Like I told them, boy, girl, they all do want PS5, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But you also gonna get books. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. We do that stuff now on the block. 36 of Minnesota Avenue, Southeast. They do school supply drives. My people's Kier, man, they got their own little organization. And they do that. School drives, my man Twain, he pull up, do free haircuts. They be having people out there doing the free hairstyles. My best friend, cousin Nisi, she be doing the hairs. All that free food, all this. So we already doing that stuff now. So my role in that is that when I become an artist and I really start doing this and start getting it, I'm putting my money in that because we gonna really make a change in the neighborhood. We gonna help these youngers. You know what I'm saying? We gonna help these youngers for sure.
So with that said, Jordan, I'm gonna come back to you. This question for all three of you guys. What's the motivation for getting up early morning and getting it done?
You wanna go first?
Shoot, I ain't grow up with a lot, you know. You know, you go to school, you see people that got everything, got the new clothes, new Jordans, new hairstyle, you got a fresh haircut. I ain't grow up getting that every time I wanted it. And sometimes you get older, you learn not to want, because it ain't no point, because you're not going to get it just because how your life is. So I wake up so that now that I'm an adult, you can't really depend on nobody else, be like, I want this. Nah, ain't none of that. You grown. You got to work to get what you want in life as a man, as a black man especially. So that's what motivates me. I'm trying to be on that next stage in life where, you know, not only doing more for myself, but the people around me, because now that I'm older, I got responsibilities. I don't have kids yet, but I got younger siblings and that depend on me because my parents not in the space where they can be there for them as much as they want to. So sometimes you gotta fill in that gap and help the younger people get older and mature, and through that you go mature for yourself. So I'm basically just doing this just for growth.
Yeah. For me, I mean, it's longevity. I feel like my motivation is, like Amir say, past dealing with poverty. It's the reason why I carry myself the way I carry myself. You know, I've been in a lot of situations that a lot of people wouldn't know how to deal with it. I'm pretty sure because they just, you know, when I was going through stuff, they was living a whole total different type of lifestyle where it was like they just couldn't relate. Like, and I don't, you know, Mr. J always say that about the victim thing. Like, I don't never want to play victim, but I just know for a fact my life story and a lot of other dudes' life story is just different. And I don't look at them, you know what I'm saying, less than for that, but it just make me go harder. And it's like, it'd be crazy too, cause those type of people, they be like the most envious sometimes. It's like they got more than you and they still envious of what you do, cause people fuck with you harder or something like that. Just because you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you're an open book, you ain't hiding who you is.
Yeah.
Like, what he say, it was times my mother couldn't buy me new Jordans. I had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a new uniform. I had to deal with that. Couldn't get my hair done for photo day. I had to deal with that. If I'm not mistaken, me and my mother was just laughing at a picture one day, photo day, I had a half a head done. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was like I couldn't get my hair done. But anyway, yeah, it's just like family, man. That's my motivation most of all. I get up. It's not even about the money. I didn't touch so much money, then wasted so much money. It's never about the money. It's about the art for me. With anything I do, I think I put my all in my work. I've been putting more time into my brand than I was when I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Now I'm just focused on my corporation. I'm trying to build that empire for my son, you know.
Let's send this question over to Mr. J, who's our facilitator.
Man, listen,
and seeing the good men come and go and move on to be successful. What's your motivation, Mr. J?
So man, to be honest, seeing the young brothers like Jordan from week 1 to week 9 and the transformation that take place with the young black brothers, man, in the city, that's a part of my motivation. That's something that really, man, it uplifts me to the point where, you know, don't let ones know, but I do it for free. This is something that, man, the passion that I got for the neighborhoods and the communities and the conditions that, you know, my people struggled from and came out of, for real, that's something that it motivates me every day to want better, to do better, to take accountability for myself. And for real, because, you know, I grew up in the 90s. I'm an 80s baby, so I really kind of got my wings early 90s, 91, 92. And it wasn't that type of, you know, we didn't have a lot of the programs. It was a different world. It was a different era. And we didn't get a chance to show the generation behind us what it looked like to be a man, what it looked like to suffer through, you know, the hardships and struggle with your family, to get up every day and go to work. We kind of, you know, we got caught up with, you know, the government and racism and the system and all of the things that, man, they've been trying to do to keep us as a community and us as black men down. So I always want to be a great example to the men that's coming up behind me and under me, and to give them that leadership that a lot of the penitentiaries took away, and that leadership and that family structure that a lot of, you know, the system was designed to take us out of. So that's my motivation for every day, showing black excellence and being there for the men, for the fathers that, man, may not be home or may not have gotten the opportunity to be there because of, man, whatever the system might have put in front of us, or whatever, man, wrong choices that they might have made, you know. So that's my motivation for doing the work that I do, and the passion that I have to do it, man, every day, no stop.
We got 2 good men here, you know, who's been helping us out with the Pathways program, doing a lot of things with the men, help the men stay on track.
Definitely big shout out to Project Purpose.
Yes, sir. So we got Project Purpose here, and we want to ask the same question, man, to Project Purpose. presto. Like,
Hold on, not to cut you off, but before you start the question, man, I want y'all to explain the role that y'all play with the Pathways program, and what you guys came to bring, and then tell us, man, what motivates you to do this type of work in the communities. Yep, same question.
So I mean, I'm Presto. Appreciate y'all even just hosting the podcast. We just wanted people to be heard. You know what I mean? Like, we grew up the same way everybody else grew up in here. So come from the same neighborhoods, same backgrounds, same struggles. So, in our communities, people kind of looked at us in a positive light, really from the beginning, before we even had Project Purpose. So we just wanted to capitalize on that and capitalize on our talents for the greater good of people. Because there's enough bad. You can go in the neighborhood and find 100 things to get into.
Absolutely.
It's negative, but there's not a lot of men and women in the neighborhood is like, let's do this, let's do that.
Exactly.
We just been that way. So this program, man, House of Music Education, shout out my partner right here, June BDR, man. He came up with it because we both musicians by trade, so we wanted to again capitalize on what we do, production, art, all this stuff, engineering, and now podcasting. Because podcasting, again, like you just heard my man Hog and Fat say, now their voice is gonna be heard. People gonna see it. The right people can see it. You're hearing it from the source. You're hearing it from the level where the potential need to be at.
That's real.
And that's what our mission is now. Like, voices be heard, solutions, and anybody like the ones, shout out to the ones that's pushing that and backing it.
No question.
Don't get with them. So yeah, in a positive way.
Most definitely.
All right. Kick the question over to BDR.
So my motivation, like most of y'all said, like as we said on the podcast earlier, is coming from where we come from. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was always, I grew up in the type of family. It's like two sides of my family. Like when I came up, like I could look up to my grandfather. He wasn't in the streets or none of that type of stuff. He working, but he the dude to show me how to like save money and all that type of stuff from his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? But I got my cousins, my uncles, my mother, my father, everybody else like in the streets. Everybody. You see what I'm saying? So. Of course, I gravitated to that because that's what I seen the most of, you know what I'm saying? Lost family members, drug addictions, you know what I'm saying? Mother and father, you know what I'm saying? Aunts, uncle. That's how I come up. And I always just was like, I'm going to change how I do things by just getting money. So I just wanted the money for real. So I'm hustling, I'm selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets every single day, losing friends, family members, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was my motivation. So the last time I went to jail, it was just like, damn, and I got kids and all that. So it's just like, I gotta do something. I did this for so long, you know what I'm saying? Majority of my life, you see what I'm saying? I gave to this. Now I'm gonna try something different. So just coming home on a different type path, but still like doing my music and still having influence like in my neighborhood and around the city that I was like, I'm gonna do something different. And me and my man hooked up on some doing music. We was doing music. But then, like how he was working and some ideas I had when I was in prison as far as like community work and outreach type stuff. We just talk about how this we don't like how they doing this over here. Like I'm working for different, organizations myself.
That's real.
And then we just like, we might as well do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can help the people the way we want to help the people. Then after we started actually doing it, paperwork correct, and we moving around, then we learning more. Then we just finally came to the realization that what we really need to hone in on is what we good at, like what we do outside of this anyway, which is music. So,
for sure.
And that's how we try to use that to reach the people. Mm-hmm. Whoever we encounter, you know what I'm saying, through the music and this type of stuff, entertainment, let's just say entertainment. Reaching through that, then you try to get them wrap around services and all, you know what I'm saying? So motivation was definitely coming from everything, the past that I lost, so it's like now I want to try plant some more positive seeds. I made a lot of hustlers in my life. I turned a lot of dudes, turned them up, you know what I'm saying? Giving them this, giving them that, and saying how they go then and they're dead or locked up. So now it's just like, try to plant some other type of seeds, like these guys helping y'all. You know what I'm saying? I always see you in these environments. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. Just real quick, y'all. Shout out to Project Purpose, but me and BDR, we go back a little bit past the podcast, man. We was incarcerated together, man, in a different side of life, man. And to be honest, like it's crazy when I see brothers who were on the other side of the struggle with me. And the focus and intensity that they have on this side of the streets versus maybe somebody who may not have come through that same type of adversity.
Right.
It seemed like the hustle might not be there, or the drive might not be there, or the consciousness of like, hey, what could really happen might not be there. So it's definitely a good thing to, man, see the men from one side of the struggle who once had their life and was going, the same way that a lot of a lot of our communities' lives go. We was talking about the other day how many people are playground legends but never really break that barrier and make it through the city because of the city pitfalls, man. And that's definitely something to see, man. The men on this side of it doing the right thing and affecting change in people's lives, because, man, to be honest, since y'all have came to the program, and I'm talking about, like, man, I definitely a big champion of Project Purpose. Like, I have seen the transformation in some of the men who really gravitate to just the music, the expression, the ability to kind of like have their voices heard, or even just have their creativity, man, outlet, and have that outlet in the music, man. We got people. When I heard the the Pathways song, I heard a mirror on it. I was like, oh man, they jamming. They even got a mirror out in shell. So that was something, man. That's transformational, man, and that's a big thing, man. I just wanted to make sure that, man, that was definitely acknowledged on screen for sure.
So let's Mr. J, let's unpack that, because a lot of positive stuff just came about this conversation. Shout out to our boy JR. Let's unpack that. You know what I mean? So let us know some positive story, or how you impacted, how these two programs and collaboration has impacted someone's life, or a story where someone has took the steps and ended up successful.
Talking about us or Mr. J?
I got a lot of stories.
Both programs and collaboration.
We got programs, man. Like like I said, I'm a firm believer in planting the seed. Because when I was growing up, we was in the streets, but there was certain men that would come around like here and there, and they would plant the seed. And I know eventually those seeds grew, and I was able to build off of that. So when I recognize it in other people, I try to embrace it. So I had a good brother. I ain't gonna say his name on camera, but
exactly,
we was doing an event. I took all the youngins from around the way ice skating downtown, right? And he popped out to one of the events, a little older than the crowd that was there, but he popped out. So I'm like, I'm gonna check his temperature, holler at him. Come to find out, it was almost like I wouldn't call it a cry for help, but he ain't really know how to ask. Like, man, I'm really trying to get this CDL. I'm really trying to work my CDL, man. He was just tired of the streets. I was like, man, I got you. He was like, we put him in a free class. We do got that too for folks, not us, but we had to plug on the free CDL class. Y'all want to know, but I got him up in there. He consistently went. Now he about to take his test next week to get the CDL, and that was just again from us planting that seed, using programming and outreach to, even if it's indirect, we might be ice skating, youngest ice skating with ski mask on.
That's real.
Like, look, hey, but somebody came from around the neighborhood and watched me and know that he felt comfortable coming and approaching me on the side, not in the neighborhood, and we had to put him in position. That's one of a lot of stories, man. I'm seeing them more often. That's how I know God putting us in position.
Definitely got one like that.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
My little cousin, little Sean, he same way, when he got out of prison, so he had 39 years, and he did 17. He got his charge overturned. He went to jail when he was 17. So he was one of my youngest. Man, my cousin, before he went in, he used to be around us. You know what I'm saying? When he was young. So basically, naturally, when he got out and he see what I'm doing, he gravitated to that, because he's just like, I know I don't want to do this no more. And I said, you doing this what I want to, you know what I'm saying? So he came around a lot, just being around our positive energy, all the time, until he figured out what he wanted to do. And like he said, we had the CDL class. We sent him to the CDL class. He got that, and now he driving trucks. You know what I'm saying, for a living. So that's just like you said, just one example.
Nah, for
as
sure.
As far as the collaboration on these two programs, this is our first, what they call it, cohort.
Yeah.
This is our first one. So the stories that yet to come with that. You know what I'm saying?
So man, I got so many stories. I can't even begin. It was started about 15 years ago, man. But one that stood out very just popped in my head as soon as you said it was my man. He had came from prison pretty much the streets his whole life, never had a job. He did about 12 years in jail, and he didn't get his GED. So that kind of, it give you a glimpse into what type of time he was on when he was in there. And it kind of came from, in real life, it came from the fact that he didn't have a belief in himself to even feel like he could do it. When he came out, me and him had got into a challenge on, man, basically pushing each other. And right now, today, that guy went from having no GED to getting his GED, getting hired at the World Bank. He's now currently making about $120 a year. So that's one of the stories that always pop out in my mind. Like, he went from not having a GED to getting his GED, getting his IT certifications, moving up through the ranks in the IT, and it all came from just the belief that he could. Like, you know, getting that self-doubt out of his mind, and understanding that, man, we all got the power to kind of change and rewrite our own story at any given day. And that's something that I believe in. Real.
Believe you can achieve, man.
It ain't over till it's
Positivity.
over. It ain't over till it's over.
Absolutely.
So we gonna go ahead and pivot. Appreciate everybody that came on for this first episode, man. This cohort. Shout out to all of y'all, man.
Definitely. Shout out to
Congratulations
19.
to y'all, man.
I real like leave out of here feeling like you talking about all the work people doing.
Accomplished.
Yeah, it feel good, man.
No question.
Seeing what's happening. So shout out to y'all too, man.
Man, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having us, and thanks for working in collaboration with Pathways in the ONSE program.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, Mr. J.
Presto.
Billy.
Choosing my path, don't get in my way. Give me a chance, I'm making a way. Standing on business, got something to say.
Used to be in the field, had to dig up the dirt. And I'm on the right path, now I'm making it work. Waking up 5 a.m., had to go straight to work. And they told me about bending, I put away the hurt. Number one like the eagle, I'm the real Jalen Hurt. Had to put up my jersey and save on my shirt. When I first heard about this, I didn't think it was gonna work. Now I got me a badge and gotta wait till the first. When I walk in the building, the real